Welcome to the 97.7 FM, the city, and the show Cityscape, a show that features talent and everything that the Valley has to offer. Today, we have a very special guest in the studio. We want to welcome everyone that's watching us over our platforms, YouTube and Facebook, as well as everyone listening to us over 97.7 FM, TuneIn Radio app, or Radio Garden. So today, we have a very special guest. It's Manelly Zepeda. Welcome to the studio.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Now, it's been a few years since you've been here to our studio. You were a small girl when the last time you came, and you were talking. You came here to talk to us about the movie "How to Be a Latin Lover," with starring with Salma Hayek and Eugenio Derbez. You also told us a little bit about Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
Correct. So now. I know you are a triple threat, and we're going to get to all that. You know, you can sing, you can dance, you can act, and I know that you even know how to play an instrument. So you're a quadruple threat. So, but please, welcome again to our studio, and tell me a little bit about how you got started in this career. Tell me a little bit about your experience in the movie How to Be a Latin Lover.
Well, ever since I was a little girl, I've always loved being the I guess you could say the best at everything I can do. Like, I don't like to do things halfway, and I want to excel. I've always wanted to be the one to excel. So it all started when I was in third grade. We did a play called Annie, and I set my mind to it, and I got the role of Annie. So it kind of started from there, and I realized I kind of like this, but I had never auditioned for a movie before. But suddenly we got a message from one of my dad's previous students that they were holding an audition at Puget Bears for a Hollywood movie. So we decided to go just to see what it was, to have that experience, so that I could say I tried. But we never expected that anything would come from it. It was just so it was spontaneous. So yeah, I went into the audition. I was pretty nervous. My legs were shaking, but I thought I did okay. But again, we never thought anything of it. And then a week or two passed by, and my parents get a call. My dad gets a call from the casting director saying that I got the role of the younger version of Salma Hayek. And from there, everything changed, and I got the opportunity to go and fly out to LA to film with Eugenio Derbez. I got to meet him there, and I also got to Skype with him and meet all these different actors and just experience that. It was such an amazing experience, and I realized that that's really what I want to do. And it started from there. And then my dad was looking for more films, more things for me to do, and he found the project for Spider-Man. But it wasn't originally called Spider-Man. It had I guess you could say a code name. But he looked more into it, and he realized it was a Marvel movie. So we had the opportunity to go to Atlanta to film. I had the opportunity of being an extra, and my parents as well. They asked them to also join in, and we got to meet a lot of the actors on set. I got to meet Tom Holland, and it was a completely different experience there than to how it was in How to Be a Latin Lover. Because How to Be a Latin Lover was a group, a small group of
crew
members and actors, and they would set up things. It was more enclosed. I don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
But with the Spider-Man movie, they had
big production.
A big production. There was hundreds of people there, and a lot of workers, and they had these giant cranes where they had the cameras to go all the way to the top of the Washington Monument that they had in this huge green screen. It was completely different, but both experiences were really amazing. And then I started to do other short films and commercials from there, and so it just kind of just set in stone with all the stuff that I'm doing.
That's fantastic. I know it didn't stop there. I know you have several other films that they're in the works. I know the Treacherous Border is a film that's upcoming. I know it's kind of a hush hush type of project. can't talk too much about that, but I know you're involved with that, and
Hmm.
that's you're in the pre-production phase right now of that
Yes.
film. So do come back and tell us about that when you have
Hmm.
more, more information to share with us on that
Yes,
film.
I will. But I can say a little bit about it. It's a it's going to be a production um, that centers around the topic of immigration. So it's gonna be an action based movie. It's gonna be really amazing. It's gonna have some big names, um, and I'm very excited for it. So
Fantastic. I wish you the best on that one. I'm excited about that
yes.
project. Yeah, and it's going to be shot here, right,
Oh
in the
yes,
Rio
it's
Grande
gonna be
Valley.
shot here. Hmm.
That's looking forward to that. We'll keep you guys in the loop as the time progresses, as we are able to release information. We'll release the information to you guys and let you know that, and then we'll get ready for the big premiere that we'll have here someday, right? Hopefully soon.
Yes.
Excellent. I know that that's not it. I know you've worked on a whole other films, and there's some films that right now in the back burner that as soon as you finish Treacherous Border, you're already
Yes.
planning on working on other projects.
Hmm. Uh, one of the projects that I'm going to be doing is called Without You. It's once we finish Treacherous Borders there with Steve and Lion and Tiger Entertainment, we're going to start to do these other projects that they have
Lined up.
lined
Mhm.
up, and so we're very excited. I'm also right now going to be filming some short films, and uh, in January going to be finished filming scenes for a feature film called The Massacre on Halloween Night.
Ooh,
So I'm very
horror
excited for
film.
that too.
Fantastic. That's good. Now, I know that your talent doesn't stop there. I mentioned earlier in the show that you're a quadruple threat. So I know that you're in high school right now,
Mhm.
and you're very involved with a lot of things. But one of those things is theater,
Mhm.
right? And you had a production we got a chance to go see in the Heights,
Yes, in the Heights.
and it's a musical.
Mhm.
So you got to sing, dance, act. Tell me about that experience.
Well, it was such an amazing experience. I honestly will never forget having the the privilege to work alongside all of my family, my theater family, and my friends. And, it was really really amazing. We got to really excel. I feel like we made so much progress from our previous show, Freaky Friday, and we really just showcased everybody's talent, and it was just honestly really amazing. And we it was a very challenging musical, and we like challenged ourselves, and honestly we came out on top. No matter what we did, we did amazing.
It was a great production, and I know that it probably won some awards here, right? By some Palm Awards or something. I know that it was a great production. I mean, everything from the set design to the acting to the lights to the music to the sound, everything was on point. Costumes. I don't know how many costume changes you had in that event.
Yes.
Yeah, several, a lot,
Yeah.
a lot. Um, and then being a musical, having to learn the numbers, the choreography, the songs that you sang and
Mhm.
everything. It's a lot of
Yes.
production for especially for high school kids.
Yeah.
And I was sharing with you that it was an amazing production. I was blown away by it. And I love staying on top of the local theater scene. At the UTRGV, I like going to
Mhm.
those productions there. I like to keep up with it, and so I was blown away by y'all's talent. So keep up the great work.
Thank you so much.
Now I know that you were involved in high school in a lot of things.
Mhm.
Student council. What are some of the other
Yes.
things you were involved in?
Well, I'm in student council. I'm in the Spanish club. I'm in National Honor Society and National English Honor Society. Um, yes, I believe that's
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
Wow,
But
wow.
it's a lot. It's pretty
Yeah.
hectic, and I'm also taking college classes. So, yes.
Yeah, and you were in sports earlier in your life, right? You were in
Oh yes.
tennis. Your dad's a very prominent tennis coach in the area, and so I know he's probably
Yes.
bummed, a little bummed that you're not with him right now. But I know he understands that you got a lot
Yes.
going right now.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, aside from your high school, life and everything you're doing in high school, on top of all the classes you're taking, you are on your way to finish your associate's degree, right? You're halfway through it
Yes.
already. So next year you'll be graduating from high school and getting your associate's degree.
Yes, I am.
Wow, that's amazing. And you're planning on studying after college. You were sharing with me a little bit about what you want to study. Tell our audience what you want to study.
Well, I want to be a immigration lawyer. Something that inspired me was the fact that my mom had the experience of crossing the border as an immigrant, and now she's a citizen. But that kind of just inspired me because I want to help people. And also my aunt is an immigration lawyer, so it's like, I have a connection there, and it's all just about helping people. But I want to pursue acting and modeling, but I also want to have my career in education as well. So yeah.
Fantastic. Wish you the best. I know that whatever you set your mind on, you're going to accomplish. You've already accomplished so much at your young age. Now, if that wasn't enough, if that wasn't a full package of things to do, tell me about your modeling career.
Oh, yes.
You just got back from Milan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about that.
Well, I went with a brand called Alu Apparel, and I had the amazing opportunity of going to Milan for Milan Fashion Week. I got to model alongside other amazing models, and it was just a life-changing experience getting to go to another country. I mean, it was wow. It was so wow.
Yeah, it's Milan, the capital of fashion.
Yeah.
The fashion capital of the world. And what are some of the events that you guys did? Runway. What are some of the experiences you had over there?
So we first landed in Spain. So we got to sightsee for a day, and then the next day we flew to Milan. And from there we settled down, and then we went to look around and sightsee. And then the next day, I believe, was the day of the fashion show. So I had to wake up because I was the first girl to go. I had to wake up like at 4 or 5 in the morning to get ready and fall asleep like this with all the makeup and hair. But it started off pretty early, and then from there we went off to the place where we were going to do it, and it was really nice there too. It was just really, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you see all these like models, like these huge models that are from Milan, like Italian models, and all these other people there, and you're just like
they're sharing the runway with them.
Yeah, and you just feel so like privileged and then accomplished, and it was just honestly like, wow.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine, all your whole people that are helping you, that are working on, the hair and the makeup and the dresses and everything, the shoes and everything, that goes with it. A lot of people involved in that. And one thing I really like is that your parents are always involved in everything. They are right there with you. They're managing your career. They're with you, and that's very important. And I'm glad. And and right now, your dad's sitting here in the studio with us, as always here, and they're very supportive. And and that's what it takes. It takes parents like that, because I know a lot of parents that would be like, no, whatever. I don't have time for this, or I don't have time for that. I'm not gonna. But your parents are not like that. They're since you were young, they've always been encouraging in whatever passion you wanted to seek. And so that's great. And that's what it takes to be a success. It takes a team behind you, and you've got a great team with your mom and dad. They're the best.
Yes, my whole family.
Yes, that's right. That's right, because your uncle, right, is very supportive. He's also he's an artist.
Yes, he does hair and makeup. He's always, since I was a little girl, he's always done my hair and makeup, and I don't know what I would do without him. He's also like my second parent, and I just love him so much for everything that he does for me. He like, for the dresses that I use for the pageants and for modeling, for everything, he's the one who buys them.
Wow.
He sees me as a daughter.
Wow.
He's like, I'm his little doll.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say.
Well, say hello to him. Send him a shout out.
Hi, Theo. I miss you.
Now, he's a very prominent artist, right?
Yes.
Well, you want to share his name so people can.
Gil Covarrubias.
That's right. Where does he work out of? What city is he based? I know he works around the world, but what is his city, his home base?
In San Juan.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Heath Low
Yes. He has
Valley.
his little studio office
Yeah.
thingy. But
But he
yes,
works all around the
yeah,
world.
yeah,
Yeah.
he does.
It's amazing how we've got such talent here in the valley. It's such an untapped market, and I always share that with people that I meet. You know, I'm not from here. I came here and I saw the potential that is here in the valley, and I know people see that, and I know that studios are seeing that now. You know, Hollywood studios and musicians and so forth, music studios. So now that's not all. I know you've worn some crowns also, right? Tell me about
Oh,
your
yes.
pageant experience. You've held several crowns.
Well, because of my uncle, I got started in doing pageants. So when a couple years back, I participated in a few pageants. I was crowned Miss South Texas Preteen, Miss Miss Rio Grande Valley Junior Teen, Miss South Texas Junior Teen, and Miss Glitz and Glamour Preteen. So I got to experience that, and it was honestly really, really, I guess you could say empowering, because they pageants are a lot of people see it as like, like we're like airheads,
Yes,
stuff like that. But it's honestly a way for you to meet people, to find friends, and to, you know, stomp on your insecurities, because it really it helps in a lot of different ways.
Mm.
Um, communication skills and all these other things, when you do interviews and the on-stage questions, and it's just it's a fun experience, and I really loved it. And I haven't done a pageant recently, not currently holding a title, but I'm hopefully going to do a pageant soon, because I really, really want to do it again. So now I would be participating in the teen division, so it would be a little bit different, but yes.
fantastic. And I know that probably your biggest problem is just finding the time to do it. You know, to just do it all. And I can tell that everything that you've done, it kind of helps the to for you to accomplish your final goal. You know, everything's related. You know, the pageant, the modeling, the acting, the singing, the dancing. You know, everything that you're involved in, I believe has helped you mold you and help you with your career. And so I think
Yes.
that's amazing that you're experiencing that. And I think that's what a lot of people fail to do, is that at a young age get involved in all the things that will help you in your final career, because everything that you've picked up along the way has been a stepping stone for you. Everything you've learned along the way is going to help you within your next project. You know, and then you learn a new skill. You accomplish a new activity, and that skill that you just learned just catapulted you to the next level. You know, and so on and so forth. So I encourage you. I know that you're probably exhausted, and you don't do the typical things a typical 16-year-old is doing, but I encourage you. I believe that you're doing a great job, and continue doing that. Keep up the great work. Don't get discouraged, and don't get burned out. Take some time for yourself. And I know that your parents are really good about that. But yeah, don't get burned out. And just take the time for yourself from time to time, and then tackle on to the next project. Yeah, that's fantastic. Anything else that you'd like to share that I might have forgotten to ask you?
Mm,
Any projects in particular? Oh,
oh yeah,
that's
like
right.
the car show.
Yeah, you're a judge at a car show.
Yes.
Yeah, coming up on December 16th, I believe. Is that right?
Yes.
No, do I have the incorrect dates? Yeah, December 16th, I believe, is a car show
Yes, it is. It's December 16th
in Wesco.
in Wesco, Texas.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you're going to be in a parade just tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow, the Alamo Parade.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that too. I
Yeah.
got invited to go on, I believe, the celebrity float, so I'm very excited.
That's right. So if you are in the Alamo, Texas area tomorrow, come out and check out their Christmas parade. Manelly's going to be in there. Say hi, wave at her when you see her out there, right? And then the car show in Westaco on the 16th, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll give you guys the details, and we'll be posting it here on our station. Anything else you want to share? I think as if it wasn't enough, right? What you were already doing, right? Well, thank you so much
Yeah.
for making the time out of your busy schedule. I know that it's a school night for you, and I know that you
Mhm.
probably have homework and all that, and yet you decided to take some time off of your schedule to come over here. I want to thank your dad also for making the time to drive you over here.
Of course.
Um, the doors are always open here on 97.7 FM for you, and we're going to continue to follow your career, until you get that Oscar. And until you have your own law firm.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
gonna follow and we're gonna bring you back and say, remember when we interviewed you and you were a little girl, now you got your law firm going. So
Mhm.
thank you once again.
Thank you so much.
And thank all of you watching us over our different platforms. And until next time, keep listening to 97 points. Oh, hold on a second. How can we get a hold of you on Instagram? Do you have or Facebook or any platforms? Do you have any fan pages out there that they can subscribe to?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Some of my friends made some fan pages,
Oh, did they?
but yes. But you can find me at Manelly.Zepeda. So yes,
Very
on
important.
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. So yes.
And if you have any business inquiries, contact her dad, Frank Zepeda, and reach out to us. We'll give you his information if you're interested in any business inquiries. Get a hold of his dad. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
That's it. Keep listening. Keep watching the 97.7 FM, The City.